And hello and welcome, everyone. We are in Ho Chi Minh City, and this is the Predator WPA Men's World 10 Ball Championship, the 10th year for this Predator event, or for this 10 ball event championship. $250,000 prize fund, 96 players vying for one of the most prestigious titles in pool, along with a check for $70,000. Feder Gorst and Edwin Gamas. Feder Gorst, one of the top players in the world, if not on top. And Edwin Gamas, a very, very strong player, top player out of the Philippines. Gamas at an 807, and Fargo and Gorst at 848. And we are ready to go in this battle of 10 ball. 2 out of 3 races to 4. This is George Teachea bringing the live action along with Big Red, Eric Orlifson from Canada. Eric?
Yeah, good to be with you guys. It's a player that we don't see on the international scene too much. Gamas from the Philippines. He's big in the challenge game scene over in the Philippines. See him on different channels over there a lot. Over an 800 Fargo, George. So
807. Mm-hmm.
yeah, we know what kind of pedigree he's coming in with.
Well, most of the top Filipinos are over 800. 10 balls do not count on the break and no early 10s. These are WPA rules. Players are on the 30-second shot clocks, but they do have 60 seconds after the break. Gorst was stunned by a very good shooting Jonas Suto to go into the one-loss side. And Edwin was defeated by Luca Men. I'm sorry, he defeated Luca Men from Germany and then lost to Konrad Juszczyszyn from Poland. And that's how they find themselves facing each other in this loser round of the 10-ball World Championship, a title Feder does not hold yet.
Yeah, he'll be gunning at this title with everything he has here. Coming out strong as expected. Feder, one of the most successful players all over the world for the last 3 to almost 5 years. Dominant, really.
Yeah, he's 25 years old with close to, well, I counted 62 titles so far.
Yeah, it's astonishing. Gonna have to get over on the left side of the table for the 8.
And for sure, there must be some titles in that list that are not listed on Wikipedia. So I'm willing to bet it's closer to 70. Plus some of his match play.
Lost the speed there. He can draw going to either pocket, but he's going to run into either the 6 or the 7, depending on which pocket he picks. I like the left here. Trying to get enough draw on to get to the top side of the 7. Shoot the 6 in the same pocket. It's a little thin to really get into the top side of the 7. Yeah, he knows that, so he's gonna go more to the middle of it. Good shot.
Federer Gorst, the only player to hold the World Pool Masters World 9-ball and U.S. Open 9-ball title at the same time. Only player ever.
Yeah, you're talking about 3 of the toughest 5 tournaments in the world to win there and holding them all in 1 year. It's just superstar stuff.
He's also number 3 on the highest Fargo list. Gamas is down at about 51. In fact, he wasn't even listed in the top 100. But with his Fargo being 807, that's where he falls.
Yeah, plays mainly around the Philippines. But nice to see him out in Southeast Asia here.
And takes the opening game off of Gamas's break.
Came through the qualifiers, I believe, George. Is that correct? A pretty good feeling.
There was 7 players that came through the qualifiers. Yeah. I thought I wrote those down. He very may well have. Yeah, along with AJ Manas. Yeah, there was, like I said, there was out of the 96 players, out of the 16 players that won a spot out of the qualifier tournament. If he did come through there, he was one of 16, and there were 7 Filipinos that came through out of those 16.
His nickname is Itik. I'm not sure what that means in Tagalog, but maybe some of our Filipino friends watching on stream can let us know. Solid break from Federer. Nothing down. Chance for Gamas to stick him up behind the 4 here.
Breaking from the left side of the table. All the balls line up to the left side of the table. Oh, this is going to leak.
I wanted to contact the 10 there or get the cue ball behind the 4 more. Just left an open shot off something that should have been a lot tougher for Gorst here. Nice play, fully covering the 1. Gamas can go into the right long rail with some right spin.
This is the first time I've seen Edwin play. Same for you, Eric?
Yeah, maybe just a game or 2 here and there. When he's playing his challenge matches in the Philippines, I'll tune in. But never a full match.
And in this type of format in 10-ball, Gorst has won 3 of the Predator events, 2 in Arizona, and I believe, I forgot where the other one went. Ohio, I think.
Just casually kicking the one ball in when it's 8 feet away from the pocket. Look at this shot. Wow. Well, unexpected mistake there. First open chance for Gamas here. A little on the longer side on the backstroke. Seems like the Filipino players from his generation tend to be on the longer side on the backstroke a little bit. Newer ones becoming a little more compact. Nice play there. Oh, it hasn't got there. Makeable jump here. Helps that he's left-handed. Got a roll. But Gamas is going to have to clean up those mistakes if he wants to be competitive in this match.
If he chooses to jump this, it is a tough jump.
How can you even consider jumping shots like this? I guess you can if you're Fed or Gorst, but I mean, it's just this is not in my repertoire. I don't know.
I have seen him shoot these shots. He keeps the ball in the air a long time, and he lands it right on the ball. But it's got a scratch angle to both sides. But it's going to be drawing off the ball when he hits it, so that should take care of it. Oh, he clipped a 9.
That was just too aggressive for me, like because it's one thing if you're jumping to a shot like that and you have a real good chance to make it, but I'm not exactly sure why he wouldn't have just accepted the kick. Just as much chance to get save.
Yeah. Well, I've seen him make jump shots that just look like you say, why would you jump this ball? And he completes them. He does a great job with them. So he just didn't perform that one, but he's done it in the past.
Yeah, no, he must know it's a strong percentage shot for him. And the advantage of shooting it like that would have been you try to bank it to the top right and there's coverage with the 6. But it's just such a high level of difficulty. He's one of the best at getting the cue ball up really quick when he's close to another ball, too. Little off angle here for Gamas. Looks like the cue ball is playing to the right of the side pocket.
Oh, that's a big miss.
Yeah, nervy start here for Gamas, and he really needs any chance Federer gives you. You got to take advantage. That's 2 games in a row now. Hasn't got there.
Too much.
Just okay.
And that's 2 games for Gorst. Our scoreboard, there we go. I was going to say, did I miss one? Did I add a game?
Yeah, nervy start here for Gamas. Especially for a player of an 800 Fargo level. It's not like he makes these mistakes regularly.
That was a big, big 9-ball to miss.
Pretty glaring error in the first game as well.
A miss like that against Gorst can really spell trouble for you because, that just compounds the error is that your opponent feels like your opponent sees weakness.
Sure. Oh, going from the middle. The exact middle. Usually players, when they go from the head string, tend to move a little right or left. Just went exact middle there. Got a ball behind the 1 on the side. Not going to be able to pocket the 1, but easy layup behind the 7 here.
First player I've seen go from the middle.
Yeah, and like the exact middle of the table, too. He actually did make a wired ball straight back.
Sure did. The 9-ball flew right to the side pocket all the way. So that means they're being racked very, very well. As close to a template as you can because the ball's responded correctly.
Yeah, and he'll take note of that. You know what's funny? One of the years that Eklund Katchi won the World 10-Ball Championships, he was one of, I don't know, less than 5 players in the final 32 breaking from the middle, and he won the tournament. So, you have to hit them well to make that break play consistently. And players over the years have kind of trended towards the side rail because they believe it jams the rack up more and there's less of a chance of their opponent running out if they don't make a ball. But there's still something to be said for players that break strong from the middle, just kind of having a open swing at it.
Yeah, keep in mind that Shane's the one with a reputation for a big 10-ball break, but Katchi won this World 10-Ball Championship 2021, 2023, and I believe in 2022 he was either a quarterfinalist or a semifinalist.
Yeah,
so for 3 years in a row in Vegas. Yeah.
Josh Filler won the World 8-Ball Championships breaking from the middle. Happened to be from the back rail, but not from the side rail attack angle. That's always the argument when amateurs play 8-ball too. They don't want to break head ball because they believe if they don't make a ball, their opponent will run out. They tend to trend towards second ball to jam the rack up a little more. I don't know. There's pros and cons to both, for sure.
I've never been a fan of breaking from the middle in 8-ball. I mean, from the side in 8-ball, or the second ball break, excuse me.
Yeah, it's a little bit different at this world-class level because if your opponent does get a shot, they will run out a lot. But what you have to realize, too, is that just because your opponent gets a shot on the first ball, they're not always going to get all the way through the rack. So it's a bit of a catch-22. See if he sticks there for the rest of the match.
I'm sure he will if he has success. Federer's not the type to change if it's working.
This might be the turning point in his 2025 World 10 Ball tournament. Break from the middle for the rest of the tournament. Bit of an off angle here. Just thinking about ways to avoid the 10. Can't go forward, can't draw straight back. Perfectly played. Avoided the 10 nicely, got on the 7. Perfect. Class shot there from Gorst. Quickly on the hill here.
And down it goes. Federer on 3 games. Edwin Gamas, 0. Missed a 9 ball. And as Eric mentioned, there was a earlier error in the first rack.
Yeah, he was trying to get on the 5 in the first rack. Actually hit that positional shot pretty well, but didn't get on the 5, so was halted in that run out.
And the first break and run of the match by Fedor. I like that video that we saw. I forgot who posted it, but it had some of the pro players pronouncing their names. How do you pronounce your name? And Fedor goes, Fedor Gorst. And then smiled and just chuckled. It's fun to see. The one they should get on there is Konrad Yashushin.
Sure.
That's always a problem name.
A lot of the Polish players.
The first time I asked him about that, he says, and actually I spelled it phonetically, and I just put a U and shun. And since then, that's how I pronounce it.
One of the tougher ones.
Yeah.
Try spelling it. I'm not one to talk either, George.
Gamas giving himself a jump shot. Fedor will probably hold this ball. Fedor will probably hold this ball there. Or does he give it back?
Yeah. Yeah, if you jump at it and hit it squarely, you got a chance to get safe. Got to hit it exactly square, though.
Oh, he's going for the jump cue.
Pretty sure he can't make it.
Oh, he just changed his mind. You fake me out.
Called the one, but I think he's playing it more to hit it square, bank it around. Whoa, weird one. Cue ball rode the rail there for a bit. Left him straight in. Rack's looking pretty good. 1 through to the 4. Pretty good position. Good view there of how Fedor cues his draw shots. Cues it at middle and comes down to the bottom of the cue ball. Most players will actually go below, kind of at the cloth, and then come up a little bit. He comes down on it. It's tough to actually replicate that, but obviously does it very well. It's not that tough to replicate, but it's just tough to keep your stroke level when you're starting your cueing out higher than where you're hitting. Nicely played. Can stay on the left side of the table here. Short side of the 5. Oh, he actually has a little angle going to the right. Just got to be careful here, because this angle he's going to leave on the 5 is going to run into the 6 a little.
It looks like if he runs into the 6, he might catch the little bit of the right side. So
yeah, there is a play where he draws to the right of it with a bunch of left spin, but looks like he's confident running into the 6 and controlling it. Well, I thought it was too thin for that shot to go all the way to the long rail, and the only reason he did get to the long rail is because he hit it thick. Just slightly thick, though. Oh, it was there.
little tricky, but Fedor gets back to the table.
Yeah, 8 ball's blocking most of the 5 here. Has the thinnest left edge. It's going to cut him near the bottom left corner pocket. Good try. Chance though now for Gamas. Nicely played. Had to play a fair bit of right spin on that ball. Controlled it nicely.
Well, he's in line here.
Haven't had a chance to see him break yet.
Coming straight down. And that'll put him on the board in this first set. He'll still trail by 2 games. But he has the break. And at this level, these guys can do some damage with that break.
Didn't catch that break quite as square as he caught the first one. Less consistent results when you hit that one from the center a little off square.
See if he goes from the side or if he saw how Fedor broke and goes from the middle. Going from the side.
Average power. Just missed the 1 on the side. See if the 1 has enough pocket past the 9 here. Looks like it might. Now, it's one thing to play into 2/3 of a pocket if the cue ball is really close to the object ball or if the object ball is really close to the pocket. But this far away, it's a lot tougher than you think.
Tough enough that he doesn't shoot it, but he also did not find cover.
Yeah, cue ball's playing a little bit behind the 6/8 here. He'll want to try to straighten it out with a bunch of right. But the cue ball is playing pretty far left, so see what he can come up with here. Look out. It's okay, avoided the 6/8. Still not in perfect line. Going to the side here. Doesn't want to get straight ideally. That's the smallest angle going to the left. Can power out of this. Run the cue ball at the 10. Nice shot, looking good now. Has to be careful of the 8 if he's coming back across 2 rails. Just make sure you play it with enough speed. As long as you get far enough over to the right side of the table, should be okay. Hasn't quite fallen into perfect line over the course of this run out. Still a bit of work to do here. side. It's all right there. So inching back closer to Gorst. Plays with good pace around the table, George. Just kind of gets up and shoots. Adapts to what he has on the table.
He does. He strokes the ball too, I think, a la Carlo Biado. Very still with the cue, doesn't stroke it a lot, just puts it up and barely moves it.
Yeah, a lot of Filipinos have got into that kind of short feathering fundamentals. I like it because if you bring your cue back too far, you can come to different points on the cue ball. Coming back to your forward stroke and tend to miss the target on the cue ball a little more.
So both players now with a break and run, and there's AJ. Is that AJ Manas?
I don't think so. It kind of looks like him, but I don't think it's him. I don't recognize that player, actually. But yeah, Manas came through the qualifiers as well. It's Jonas Magpante, one of the Filipinos that came through the qualifiers.
The 8 ball goes.
Big stack of 5 balls where the balls were racked. Just caught the break a little thin here. That'll tend to cause the balls to jam up a little more. Wasn't even really the rack there, just caught it too thin. First 4 balls have a pocket here. I think he's going to try to have to separate the stack a little bit with a 3. Would have to get below it. Gonna stay above it. Stunned it too much. Kicking at the 3 now and possibly moving that stack. Unless he has the left edge. Nope. Good shot.
Ball corner.
Cross bank call here from Gorst, mostly playing safe. Yeah, I was able to stick it behind the 7. Good shot. Tough spot for Gamas here. Two rails out of the bottom left corner if he wants. For Sept riding on this shot. Gonna try to come three rails below it here. 2 will work as well. Created some distance, but no coverage. Chance for Gorst now to win the first set.
Straight in on the 3. Stop shot position on the 4.
I think the 5 passes the 9, so he's going to have to come around 3 rails here. Cue ball's playing just a little tight. So might have to target the pocket thinly or catch a little stun follow to get wide enough. Shot there. I think the cue ball can play past the 9.
Yeah, I
It's a little
totally agree.
wide.
This lands right on the 6. He'll be good on the 6.
Smallest angle going to the left. Might have to consider the side for the 7 now. Came up for the corner. That'll work as well.
Long pot. Trying to be like an English commentator. Long pot instead of a long shot.
Got it. So after going up 3-0, Gamas got a couple back, but looks like Gorst is going to take down the first set here.
And there it is. The first set goes to Fedor Gorst. Let's see if the players take a break during the set. Yeah, there's been some pretty strong players in this one-loss side. You have, in this loser round match, you have Alex Kazakis, Albin Ocean, Bader Alawaldi just won his match already at 2-0. Max Lechner. In fact, Max is in a game with Jeffrey Prieto from the Philippines. You have Torsten Homan. Also playing a Filipino, Sean Malayan. And this John Mora versus Raymond Faron from the Philippines. Delgado from Spain playing a Canadian, your friend Kyle Richard.
Yep.
Mishko Fortunsky playing Ming Wang from China, I believe. Got some good players in this one-loss side. Pijas Labutis and a former 2008 World 10-Ball champion, Darren Appleton. Dennis Grabe has already won his match in this loser side against Walid Hashim. Straight sets. And Joshua Filler will be playing later on in this same round. Was it Levan Corteza that took out Filler?
Yeah, you and I did that match. Corteza
Yeah.
played great there. Really showed real strong
You know,
tactical play in that match.
as I said, as I mentioned earlier in reference to Edwin Gamas's the way he strokes the ball, um, it's more along the lines of Corteza because we just finished. We watched him for so long, and that came to mind. But
Yeah, you're right. Another player that has really short feathering.
sure,
Again,
sure.
I believe it. Yeah, I believe it allows you to hone in on the exact contact point on the cue ball a little better. Some players feel like they want to pump their stroke to kind of just keep their stroke in line, but it's a bit of a fallacy. I'm one of those guys, George. I pump at it a little bit. I don't. It's
You know,
uncommon. Shane Van Boning does it.
it's funny you say that because I used to quite a bit, and I probably still do out of habit. But I had a Jerry Risa did me a favor and kind of just checked it out for me, and he recommended doing just that. And in my opinion, Jerry Risa is one of the best instructors in the world, in the U.S. for
He
sure.
recommended shortening it up a little bit or keeping it
Yes, in
longer.
other words, keeping a very still cue, keeping it very still.
Right.
Don't sit there and stroke it when you get there. Approach the ball, put your cue on the ball, aim, and maybe one stroke, and take your shot.
Yeah. Yeah. Shane Van
And
Boning's probably the most successful player that doesn't do that, but a lot of the top players do. Let's get the 2 ball behind the 9 here. Not quite. Cut the 2 into the 5-6. 3 ball's the only ball you can really hide behind, but the 2 ball should land reasonably safe. Oh, just gonna try something else. Good shot.
forces a kick shot.
Eight balls blocking the pocket, but he'll have thoughts of trying the combo here. Tough to control the 2 ball. Safes aren't obvious. Judging by his approach, I think he is thinking safe. Good shot. Very nice.
Well, takes the jump cue out of his hand. Forces him to kick. I'm thinking he'll kick very well, as most of the Filipino players do kick well.
Yeah, trusted a little bit to luck on that one, but good calculations on the hit. He's left the 2 here. No, 10 balls blocking. Chance to see Fedor with the jump cue now.
He's just so consistent with that jump cue. He does miss, but it's getting to a point where it's almost rarely.
Yeah, and it's such a big weapon because, in that case, his opponent just kind of fluked the safe, but a lot of times the opponent's executing the exact shot they want, and then Fedor's getting out of it. Just makes you feel demoralized. Slightly overcut. Gorst going to have a similar shot here, but a little easier. It's going to have to go back up and down 2 short rails. Pretty natural in position. Just chose to drag it. Nice shot.
Is he going to go into the 5-ball here? Oh, no angle.
He has to. Doesn't... Yeah, if he got into the short side, he could play the combo.
Oh, he does have the angle. Never mind. Perfect.
Yeah, nicely played. Gorst looking to pull out in front here in the second set. He's had average results on the break. Had 1 break-in run in the first set. Switched over from breaking from the side rail to breaking over from the middle in the last 2.
Great speed there for a straight in 10-ball. To open up the first set. He rattled off 3 straight in the first set. And now he's got the first game of the second. The referee, I believe his name, he goes by the nickname of Kang. European Pocket Billiard Federation ref.
So he's going back to the middle again. Favoring slightly right of center this time.
Just look how square he hits this break and how solid. Yeah.
It's a 4-railer.
And that's all he got. He's got a shot on the 1, but a very tough one. Fairly tough one, excuse me.
Yeah, long distance here. Cubo's playing over naturally towards the 2.
A little
Good.
more than he wanted.
Too thin to play offense here for Gamas, but he'll be high percentage to get the cue ball behind the 10 here.
You like the 10 or put the 1 ball behind the 10 and the cue ball up? No, you were right. The cue ball perfect.
Yeah, it really could have gone either way. I think he's just looking to stick Fedor behind another ball. A little bit leery of the jump possibility.
Yeah, he's thinking when he puts the cue ball up against the 10, he's probably thinking, yeah, jump this.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a tough one.
Nice hit from Gorst. Gonna end up over the pocket, but that's how he wanted to hit it. Chance for Gamas to draw back even here. Nicely played. Watch the speed. That's a little unlucky there.
Yeah, a little close for comfort.
Yeah, might be able to just cut it enough. They can play it up into the top left. Good shot. Looking good now. Down quickly. Sees the run out. Stands with his front leg straight. A little uncommon. A lot of Filipinos, particularly Francisco Bustamante, who employed that stance.
He certainly doesn't have a quiet cue. Bustamante, that is.
Right. Yeah, he was. He used to pull the cue all the way back to his fingers, even on the practice strokes.
And this 10 ball to tie things up in the second set. A lot of pool being played here if you've just joined us. You have the women's Saigon 9-ball open and this, the men's world 10-ball championship. You have 7 champions walking around this tournament, previous champions. In fact, I think Darren Appleton, being the very first one, is in action on table number 1. And then in addition to that,
I think we might have lost George there. Wait for him to be back.
Kachi won it 2 out of 3.
Another jump shot possibility for Gorst. Expect them to take this one. A little tougher to reach over for a right-hander when the cue ball's in that position on the table. Still could straddle the table if he wants. Doesn't look like he's thinking about it. Oh, he's got the angle, George. That was a real illusion from over top there. Pardon me on the missed call.
Well, the one thing about being in the booth and doing it off of a screen, the player at the table has the best view. So we're going to be wrong quite a bit, probably. I know I'm wrong quite a bit, so I know you aren't, but we just can't see the angles they see. Not making excuses, it's just the way it is.
Good save from Gorst here. Gamas has a 2-rail escape possible. 2 ball's going to jam on the 8. A little tough to create distance here. Yeah, try to hit a thin part of it. Just tied up the 6 with the 7. Fedor immediately over to take a look if the 6 does pass the 10. I think it does. Biggest cue ball movement is from the 5 to the 6. Pretty comfortable though. Could be on an array of angles. Just needs to get it over to the right side of the table. Is he looking at going into it, George? I guess he is. The 6 doesn't pass the 10.
It gives him, if he hits a 7, it gives him natural shape. On the 4, if he gets behind it, he he had to hit the 7 ball there, not the 6.
Yeah, that was the risk in that shot.
Yeah, jumps like this. I'm sorry, but this is a very difficult jump.
Completely agree. Don't try this at home.
He just has these for breakfast. It amazes me how close he jumps these balls.
Well, it's in the technique, and I will have to say he has probably the best jump tip in the world. I'm sorry I don't know the exact information of which one he has. But, yeah, like this is just extremely tough. And made it. Like,
I mean, I could make a fortune just betting on his jump shots.
Yeah. Just super high level stuff there from Gorst. Nicely played. Might have the thinnest left edge of the 5. Looks like full coverage. One of the first times for the jump cue for Gamas here.
Just has the edge. Where is he jump? He's jumping.
Possible thin cut to the side on the 5 for Gorst. Very thin. You'd want the cue ball to be playing into the long rail. But in that case, this cue ball's coming back into the 8, so he's going to try the corner here. Caught the points, took some energy out of the cue ball.
He's an awful strong banker.
I was just going to say that the safe's too high percentage, but he'd probably be about 70 to 80% on that bank too.
Yeah, but he went with the safety.
Yeah, he would have still had to play position. If you're talking about him just playing the bank in without position, he'd be around that percentage.
In fact, he won the Derby City Bank Pool this year. This past January.
Yeah, did very well overall at the Derby this year.
Yeah. Master of the table, one pocket and bank pool.
Good chance for Gorst here. Cue ball's moving a little too far to the right. Might have to play into the 7. It's got room to follow over. Short on position here. Kind of running into the wrong side of the 10 too. You need draw to promote angle back to the 8. And if you do draw it, you're just kind of going into the wrong side of the 10. So I think he's going to have to accept distance here. Wow, I'm surprised he didn't try something offensive there. Good shot. Just knew he was running into bad parts of the 10 where he was always going to have big distance on the 8. This is part of the issue, though, when you let world-class players back to the table. Find yourself in a worse spot next time up. Federer's going all in on this one.
Uh-oh.
Combo into the side.
He's left it on.
Gamas looking for his first set lead of the match here.
Now that shot was reminiscent of Carlo Beato. That's the way he shoots his spot shots.
That's right.
He shot
Yeah, you
4
always
of
want
them
to
in a
favor
row. Go ahead.
Go ahead. I was just saying, you always want to favor a little more speed on the last ball. Medium speed's ideal. So that one just kind of wanted to let his stroke out a little bit there. But yeah, I think you were going to talk about the shootout that you saw with Beato. He likes to wrap it around, wrap it out of the corner.
Made 4 in a row against. That's what in that pause, I forgot the other player. Stefan Casper.
Yeah.
Stefan missed the second spot shot and lost it 4-3.
Yeah, Edwin looks like he's going to stick with this cut break. That's how Alex Pagulayan likes to break in the Pro Billiard Series, too. You know, if there's anyone that has experience playing with this hand rack, it's Filipino players. That's how they play over there. They play with templates sometimes, but generally in challenge matches, they actually have like a racker. It's not even really an official ref. I guess you could call it that, but just someone racking the balls, and then they play. That's the most common way they play over there.
Never been there, but I would think they love the conditions when they come to these tournaments. It's all new equipment. I don't think they get to play on new equipment very often.
Yeah, it's true. Didn't want to catch the point with the cue ball there. Tough pocketing for Gorst here, but I think he might try to make something happen being stuck in the set. He's leaned towards defense in this set, more than I expected. Does again. He's left it.
Three balls pretty deep.
Push the two ball into a worse spot, but still has a couple pockets available for it. Slightly short on position here. Likely gonna have to play it distance safe. Try to get the 10 involved, maybe. Could play something really creative off the 9, but too risky, I think.
Yeah, I think he just follows up. Oh.
Yeah, looks to get the two ball a little safer there. Could have been a game winner if he laid it behind the 10.
Yeah, but in order to get it behind the 10, he couldn't get enough power on the 2, I don't think. Because I was thinking, that's the shot I was thinking of. But the power on the 2 had to be a lot less. He just barely could move it. And
Right.
That brings the jump cue into play.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-oh.
Worst case scenario when the balls are in those positions. We've seen that happen so many times. Slightly misjudged where you get underneath it a little bit. So Edwin with a good chance to create some separation in the second set.
And my public information booth tells me that a lot of the Filipinos play on good equipment, just not good conditions. And that makes perfect sense.
Yeah, star tables are the most common table over there. Gamas looking good here. Hasn't really been able to mount anything offensive on the break. Kind of almost hitting the break in a way to get safe most of the time. Let's see if he takes a shot at one offensive one just because he's on the hill.
Yeah, you mentioned his lack of power on the first break.
Yeah, that, and he's been going for a thin cut the last 3 or 4.
Three to one.
So, Gorst in a bit of trouble here. He is one set up, but he won't want to be facing a third set here.
And keep in mind, this is the one-loss side, so both players facing elimination early in the tournament. Edwin defeated Luca Min from Germany in 3 sets. But he lost to Konrad Yushushin, also in 3 sets.
How are the winners' qualification matches looking? You have it up in front of you?
Do we have those yet right now? I think all the matches going on right now are on this a loser round 1.
Yeah, sorry, not the results, but just what's upcoming in the next rounds.
Oh, I'm sorry. Sure, I do have that up in front of me. Let's see if we can get that. We've got a long list of more loser racks coming up, but the winner qualifications is you've got Carlo Biauta going up against Ko-Ping Chung, Alex Pagulayan against Marco Tucher, Wojciech Szewczak against Jonas Magpantay, Oliver Szolznoki playing Robbie Capito, Daniel Maciel versus AJ Manas, Aloysius Yap, Jonas Suto, Mark Maggi versus Marcus Solia, Simon Cural, Lee Van Corteza. So Jeffrey DeLuna against Phom Nam Pham, Mateos Negoki over playing Ko Taeyong, Konrad Yushushin, and Yi Son Sun, Gerson Martinez, Wu Kun Lin, Naoyuki Oi, Kwak Hong Duang, Alex Montpellier, Glido Kachi, and 2 more matches, Ruslan Chenekhov, Ko-Ping Yi, and then Yipkin Ling Liu playing Shane Van Boning.
Okay.
And those are your winner qualifications. That's to get into the final 32. Scores a little cash if you don't get out of that.
Shot there from Gamas. Controlled swerve. He's left the left edge. Fedor can cut the one to the left a little here. Oh, he's on a kick.
And since we read those off, by the way, they start at 6 p.m. I'm sorry, they start at 8 p.m. Tuesday night.
Okay, so one more round of losers side and then back to the winner's side after that. Those players will have 2 chances to qualify for the final 32. If they win, they'll be in. If not, they'll have to win one more to make it back. Just left him straight in here, George. Chance to win the set now.
Well, Federer's not happy about that. Edwin is. Because that forces a third and deciding set.
Just gotta make sure if he draws, the cue ball's not coming back in line with the 7. I think it kind of is.
Sure is.
Could
A little
get
bit
out
of
of
left
that
low
was,
on it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Go ahead,
Just
sorry.
gonna say, yeah, no problem. Just he could get out of it with a bit of left, but I think he would have shot by now if he was comfortable with that shot. Too much speed. Have to hold it up with a bunch of right here.
Yeah, here's what he didn't want to do is come up high on this ball, because now getting on the 5, it's on the wrong side.
Yeah, best he can do if he doesn't want to go all the way around table is leave himself a bunch angle on the 5. Pretty good here. He's got to hold his nerve. A little more distance than ideal, but not much to do with the cue ball.
Oh, a little bobble.
A little quick on the stroke there, feeling the finish line. Unexpected chance for Gorst, and he's called the 8 here. Got it.
Hit it
Shot
perfect.
7. Gamas starting to feel the pain of that mistake a little bit.
And down it goes. And breaking to tie things up will be Federer Gorst.
Still went with that cut break on the last break. Got a little more action out of the rack that time. Made 2 balls. Looks like that's going to be his strategy in this match. Fedor's gone from the middle on those last 3 breaks. He's made a ball on 2 out of 3 of them.
Kong trying to get that rack just right.
Back to the middle again. Back to the exact center. Just going full power into the rack. Didn't get one this time. Rack's pretty tied up. He can miss the 6-10 coming back towards the 2-3.
Both of them coming up dry on their breaks.
Yeah, going to be a big tactical game here. 4 and the 5 are going to be moved on this shot. There's going to be a battle on the 1 and likely trying to get below the 2 and play safe behind the 3. Create a little more congestion over by the 2 now. That's going to go 2 rails towards the 1. A lot of ways to get safe here. Nicely played. If Fedor can cut the 1 thinly enough to get it in between the 3 and the 5 without scratching, that'd be a good play. Asking a lot, though. He did. Can you see what's developing here, George? Oh, he left him the right edge, but you know it was going to develop a chance to get the 1 ball surrounded. Yeah, he left him the right edge, though.
Yeah, and I've seen a couple of videotapes where they lock up the 1 ball, and the only way to save the foul is to jump the ball right on top of the ball in the middle there.
Yeah.
And if someone can do that, that man just attempted to play safe.
Well, if anybody ever tells you you have no shot, just refer to that video.
That's right. This is tough here.
Yeah, it looks like he's trying to jump the edge of the 2. Got on top of it. Fedor might like to play the cue ball behind the 10. Could be tracking a little long where it doesn't actually reach the 10, but I think it's worth a shot here.
Oh, he's left the window.
Yeah. Not going to be any position for Gamas, but he might try to get the cue ball. Nah, there's not really any room to get it on the left long rail. He's going to have to drop this one in slow speed. Always tough when you're on tough pocketing and hitting that kind of speed. Fedor's going to look to get the cue ball in the same area now. He can cut the 2 to the right here and use this. Yeah.
Go ahead, Eric.
Didn't have much. Sorry, I didn't have much there. He can cut the 2 to the right here and try to get the 3 8 in between the cue ball and the 2. Went the other way.
Again, left a window.
Yeah. Tough here. If he has the left side of it, he can try to play the 2 behind the 5, but I don't believe he has enough of the left side of it. He's actually called the 5 here. Just not seeing any kind of beneficial safe. Good try. He's going to leave Gorst a chance now. Had to hit it at big speed to be able to target it properly, but it made the pocket a lot smaller. Looks like he'll be forced to play a combo on the 4. 4 should stay around the bottom left corner pocket. Cue ball's kind of drawing back into the 8 here, so I might have to take a little more distance. Oh, got inside it. Good shot.
Can you hold the 4 ball there?
Yeah, just have to hit it at a little slower speed than comfortable, but 5's nice and close to the pocket. 6 ball's still not in a bad spot. He has the angle to drop the left long rail here.
He's getting a kick out of this. He says, I don't like the situation. I see the shot. I just don't like the situation.
Yeah, I think if we play this with a bunch, maybe it's just a little too much angle to hold up the rail, so he's going to run into it.
That's it right there.
Just going to back off here.
I like how he used the rail. Go ahead, Eric.
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
I'm just saying I like how he used the rail there to get on the 10, because he could have also just rolled up on the 10, but that ball could have leaked out.
Well, after a bunch of maneuvering in this rack, Gorst gets the edge. Be looking to make it hill here in the second set. Going to take some right spin to get properly on the 8. 7 nice and close to the pocket. Can afford a little angle on the 8 because it could just come 3 rails around. One rail out, and we'll be going to the hill here.
Advantage Gorst since he's breaking. But I think he was dry the last one. On the last two, maybe?
Yeah, he's been 2 for 4 since he's moved to the middle. I think he was 1 for 2 from the side rail. So just about 50%. It's not horrible with a hand rack. It's a replay of this last break. Yeah, nothing down on that one.
Nice recap as we get to see every rack. Here we go. Hill, second set. Gorst can close it out, or Gamas can force a third set.
Going from a little right of center here, so small variation. Again, big power, but just not finding those balls on the second row straight back in the side. And he's going to leave Gamas a chance here.
A good one is completely open.
Yeah, all balls have
This could be-
pockets.
Yeah, this could be the toughest shot he faces with good position.
Once again, an angle going to the left off the 3. Has good angle on the 2 to make that happen. Just a little too much angle going in the side, so we're going to play it into the corner. Slightest bit straight here, but he can create some angle coming back.
Looking good through these first 4 balls.
Yeah, cue ball's playing to the right of the 7. Just a question of it's running into the 9, going into the short round. It's actually running into the 7 a little more. Good shot. How's the speed? It's perfect. So one more good shot from 7 to 8 here for Gamas, and he'll take down the second set. Cue ball's kind of drawing the wrong way here, but Gamas can just accept a thinner cut on the 8.
You know, with that 10 ball there, drawing it back could be dangerous. I might just stop it right there and take the cut.
Yeah, he's gonna too much danger there. Drew it a little too much. Still okay. Cubo's got too much speed. Looks comfortable enough, but missable, George.
It sure
Big
is.
cut here. It's 10 ball to force the third set.
And Edwin Gamas completes the run and does force the third and deciding set. Now we're gambling, folks.
Yeah, Federer Gorst under threat of elimination here. Gorst is going to take a quick break. We'll take a quick break as well. Be sure to come back for the third set action.
Yeah, I'd read off some scores for you folks, but you guys have the live scores pinned up on top for you. So take a look at those, and we'll be right back. And here we go. Third and deciding set.
Looks like a save here for Fedor on the first shot. He's left to look. If he goes off the right side of it, it's tough to get behind another ball going up table. So I might try something creative with a draw coming back behind 5 here. Good shot. Little unlucky with where the 1 ball ended up. The 2 does have the pocket blocked, I believe. Needs his extension here. Nothing obvious on safe. What was the call there, George? Top left? He's thinking about crossing it?
He might be playing it behind the 4-8 or down to the bottom rail. We're just taking the cue ball back up.
Yeah, I like this
thought
shot.
there might be a kiss.
Yeah, he caught the bottom right there. It's got him pretty good here.
Oh, went all the way around it.
Yeah, went at that one with speed. Let's move the 6 in front of the 3 a little. Because of that, Fedora's going to go for the 3 foul here. Had to make a quick decision there, otherwise might have done something a little bit more aggressive. His extension was gone. But recognized that he had to decide quickly. Surprised he didn't go off the short rail there, but nice square hit. Left it right over the pocket. I think the 6 is blocking the path for the 3 to get through to the 5. You can play it in the left middle. Has a good angle for that. Speed control has to be perfect here. It's a little short. Just barely short. Safe options behind the 6 now for Gorst.
Do you start looking at using the 5-9 here?
Be a little more aggressive, but just such high percentage to move the cue ball a little less here.
I'm just not comfortable. Well, he didn't want to gamble on the shot. I was going to say, I'm just not comfortable letting Edwin come back to the table.
I know what you mean. He's kicked pretty well throughout the... See, again, could go 2 rails here, but likes these, like, 1 rail stiff kicks. Made that choice twice in this rack. Looks like the 3 is just a little too far past the side here for Gorst. Can play a similar shot to what he did on the 1. Gotta be careful he doesn't contact the 5 with too much speed. The 9 could go in.
He'll be a little elevated. He'll be a little bit elevated here. Probably playing behind the 4.
Yeah, can't do too much with the cue ball behind the 4. Nice shot, judging a bit of left spin while bridged over balls. Got him nice and close here, but we know that Gorst can still get over balls like this. He made one being this close to it earlier in the match. See how much elevation he's getting there, George? And in control of that much elevation?
Sure does. The one he made wasn't so far away. But yeah, he did. It was. I think he was closer.
He was. Yeah, the distance just made this one a little tougher. Edwin's going to have to look to open up the 6 here off the 5. He actually could go into it now if he wanted to get really aggressive. Not really worth it, though.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Safety or a bank?
Yeah, see if, yeah, he's called the bank pretty quickly here. He knows he wants to keep Fedor off the table. Position's fairly natural. Big shot coming up. He's got it.
Taking the long shot on D8, down the rail. 10 ball hanging over the pocket. And Edwin Gamas opens up the third set, the third and deciding set, with the first game. And the break. That can be dangerous.
Yeah,
Neither
he went back
player
to the square
having-
break on that one.
Yeah.
Go ahead, George.
Yeah, neither player having much success with the break, but it's still, I still give the advantage of winning the game to the breaker.
Yeah, me too. There are going to be break-in runs here and there. Not as many how
Yeah.
Gamas was hitting them for the first, second, third of the set. But if he's going back to breaking it square here, I think that's a good strategy for him.
Yeah, I think we've had 2 break-in runs. Each player has had one. Federer had the third game where he broke and run, and Gamas had the 5th game in the same set with a break and run that I can recall.
Went back to the cut break now. Nothing down.
And
Yeah, tough on the one here, but the 2 ball is going to make this shot much easier. Gotta be a little aware of the 4 or 5 coming across table. Four's got him. Here comes
Jump
his
cue.
Jump cue weapon.
see, he has no problem jumping these balls that are further away from the cue ball than they are from the object ball.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a good
A
skill
lot
to
of players
have.
have problems with this. Yeah, it sure is.
Sure.
Knows how to hit it to keep the ball in the air and bring it down in time.
Yeah, even in that case, recognized that he needed a bit of draw. Otherwise, he was going to get stuck behind the 4. So he landed right on the 1 to get more draw. It's really precision stuff from Gorst on the jumps. All parts of his game, of course, but not leaving that part out.
Well, I can tell you one thing. He sure would have liked winning that last game.
It's just not rolling his way, though. And we'll just mention it one more time. If he jumps at this ball, I mean, wow. I actually think this one's too close, George. Yeah, it is. No, it's not. Look at this. No, it is. Sorry. It's going to kick at this one.
Yeah, he's got his playing cue back in his hand.
This can be misjudged. It has been. Chance for Edwin to create a 2-game separation now.
Ball in hand. 4, 5, 6. This looks very, very, as you might say, doable.
Yeah, he's got the right angle to fall between the 7-8 here.
Things aren't going Gorst's way here. He's going to be down 2 games, possibly, probably.
Stretching over the 10 here. Got to beware of the close foul. Draped right over it. Ref's right there.
Two games down. Got to find a way to get to the table. Fortunately, the break has not served anyone well. And I am kind of surprised they've only had 2 break-in runs in this match.
Yeah, what are we into? Game number 16 now? It's pretty low.
Exactly. Game number 16.
Went even thinner on that one.
And again,
3 different balls Yeah. 3 different balls threatening the pockets, but nothing down. I think Edwin's just resigned to the fact that each game's going to be a battle. He doesn't mind these kicking battles. Good coverage here.
Found cover. Sure, he's calling the 2 ball here.
Wow.
What a shot. But look at this.
Yeah, he's forced into a jump, but
Jump cue.
about as easy of a jump as you can get here. See where the 3's at. It's fairly in the open. Going to be running into other balls. Avoided them completely. Look at this, George. Natural angle now to get on the 4.
Yeah.
That was a good controlled jump there. Knew he had to draw it a little bit to get in between the 6-10. Little bonus with coming through the 4-9 without contacting any balls. 6 only has the left middle. 5's in pretty good position to get to that spot.
Well, Gamas is going to be in a position, if he wins this game, to where he can't lose the match in this set. It has to go to a shootout.
Yeah, I forgot about that. So this is to guarantee the shootout for Gamas.
Oh boy.
Came up.
And those pockets have not been friendly to anyone. A lot of the top players have cut those points right there. Look at that. Just, wow. Just the cloth did it.
Yep. Really have to hit the center of the pocket whenever you're going into the side here. We've seen it all week long. We've tightened up the side pockets a little bit. It's a big break for Fedor here. Expect him to take full advantage.
Yeah, just look at the difference here. This game, he runs this game, breaks and runs one, and they're tied. But if he loses this game, then he's down 3-0. And can still win the set and the match. If he doesn't, if he doesn't let
point here.
Edwin. Sure. Wow.
Well, it's just the mental space going forward, too, for Gamas, knowing that he'd be on a bit of a free roll, and for Gorst, knowing that the best he could ever do is kind of play to a tie. Big game.
And there you have it. 2-1 instead of 3-0 in this third and deciding set. And keep in mind, the loser goes home.
I wouldn't be surprised to see Fedor go back to the side rail here. Hasn't been quite successful enough from the middle to really feel comfortable about it.
There it is.
Fedor's seen this storyline before, losing early in a world championship and almost losing in the round close to it, pretty much the round after, but getting through it and then winning the whole tournament. So he knows how this script plays out.
And it's going to be dry with an open rack.
Yeah, did go back to the side rail, but you just can't get anything going on the break. It's got to be frustrating at this point, especially for such a strong breaker.
Yeah, he's thanking the 3 ball, that's for sure. Doesn't have a pocket.
Yeah, the best Edwin can do here is get near the 3 and play safe on it. Didn't even bother. Gonna grind it out for a few shots here. Well, he's into the side pocket with the 1. Cue ball plays well onto the 2.
Yeah, he's straight into the side pocket with a 1, but will he recall what just happened with the 6?
Yeah, he could actually play it to the corner, especially if the cue ball's running through the 8. He did.
Oh boy. I would think he might go for this ball, this 2 ball, but there's nothing on the 3, so why? He'll go
Yeah, that's
safe.
just a little thin.
Maybe he moves
Dream
the 3
scenario
here with
for
the cue ball.
Could. Yeah, dream scenario for both players is they get ball in hand and then have a chance at breaking out the 3. Two's far from the 3 now, though, so ball in hand won't really help him. He's left the short rail here. Kick and stick for Gamas. Couldn't
Went
quite
for
get
the
into
cut.
it enough.
Gorst cue ball control is good for this 3 ball. He's got the angle to go the 2 rails for it. Does
Yeah, I
he
think
go
it
to the
has to be
short
2
side and play
rails.
safe?
You just take a shot at running
Could
at
you-
it, and if it doesn't turn out perfect, then you could play safe. It's no good.
A little harder might have
I
been
guess.
because you could have played safe off of it.
Yeah,
That's
still
what
can
I was
now, but
thinking he might do.
just a little more cue ball movement here.
It's going to leak.
I was thinking as that ball was coming to rest, he's going to catch another window here, and he did. Edwin's called this one. Deep breath.
Again, an overcut.
He's feeling the nerves a little bit. He's been in big pressure spots before, but this would be one of the bigger wins of his career.
I don't recall him ever playing in one of the in one of the World 10 Ball Championships that I've commentated, and I've been doing them for the last since 2019. So this will be his first time. That's got to put a little pressure on him.
Yeah, he's mainly a money game player, and those players are generally good under pressure, but tournament pressure is a little different. Looks like he just has the smallest angle going to the left here. Needs a fair bit of angle going to the left. Might have to power through it.
Uh-oh. Wow.
Dangerously close to the 6 there, but he's okay.
Yeah. Dicey. I'm not sure he can hold it for the 7, can he?
Yeah, he can
I
one
think he
rail.
can.
Little
Yeah.
less than comfortable speed, but it's okay.
Little bit of outside kill it.
Yep.
Oh, he went
you're
back
right,
and
George.
forth
Sorry.
just in case. Yeah, that outside English is, to me, it's very tricky. I should spend like a whole day shooting those shots. I spend like 10 seconds.
Well, from looking like he was going to be in a real bad spot, Gorst is going to get back to even here. Couple mistakes from Gamas. Miss on the 3 ball. Can't remember the ball he missed in the previous rack. But makeable balls.
And we are tied in the 3rd and deciding set at 2. The first one to win this next game cannot lose the set in this, cannot lose the match in the set. It'll go to a shootout. But winning it puts you in a good spot where you can win the match. And that 3 ball he just overcut, I think he overcut a 2 ball the same way to the caddy corner up on top there. And he came back with that one.
Yeah, there was definitely a missed ball in the previous game as well. He's played well. Gamas has played well, obviously, to get to this point. Just has to regroup. Draw on his experience.
Fedor hasn't really done anything wrong. The break's been killing both players.
For sure. And he's
I think
over
if
to
we
the other
look at
side of the
this,
table now.
yeah, I think if we look at missed shots, Gamas has a lot more than Fedor does. I don't think Fedor has
I
more
agree.
than 2.
Yeah. And he's tried everything. He's gone from both side rails. He's gone from the middle. Just not happening in this match.
This is going to set up.
Yeah, worst case, rail first here. It is rail first,
And he
but
can shoot.
very makeable.
Yeah. And he can shoot it with soft speed to make that pocket play bigger. Because he has position on the 2 ball.
Yep. I wonder if he'll actually draw at it because he wants to hit it a little more aggressively. Make sure the cue ball doesn't roll off. Draw will actually stick the cue ball here too. Just caught her a little thin. A lot of safe options here for Fedor. Big stack over on the right long rail.
Looks like he's playing the 2 ball in the side. Oh, no, he's not. He's playing the cue ball down. Uh-oh. He's good.
Very near scratch there. In control of this game. Lots of balls to get safe behind here. This is going to work. Two ball might have landed in the perfect spot where it has just enough to cut in, and if he has it past the 8, could be something offensive here. 8's blocking a lot of the pocket. He did have it there. Oh, he's going to be in trouble on this next shot. Fedora's going to do his best to get him right behind the 3 here. Even better. Three rails back to the 2 is the only kick. See if he decides to tie something up.
This is tough. He's got a 3-rail bank at it. That was so close. So close. It lined up nice for him to be left-handed. Didn't take a shot.
Excuse me, sorry. Excuse me. Yeah, I missed it by the slightest of margins there.
Now, in this case right here, because it looks like the 3 goes by the 7, how big does that missed 6-ball play? The one to the side pocket.
He had a couple chances to get to the hill. Gonna be on 2 fouls here if he doesn't hit this. Did leave the left long rail.
That's a great
3
shot.
fouls averted. Yeah.
That's a
got
great
distance.
shot.
It's a similar angle that Edwin had earlier in the rack. A little tougher for Fedor. Looks like he is going here. Not there. Cue ball's going to come around, open for the 3. Gamas going to have to put a big draw stroke on this ball. To see the end result here, if the 10 blocked the pocket for the 4, it's close. Look at this shot.
Strong
All the
shot.
way back.
Very strong power draw.
Yeah, getting decently close to the 4. Gonna have to play safe, but got nice and close to it there. Advantage Gamas here.
This is tough. This could go off the 4 into the side pocket.
It's not there. Ball in hand. Chance now for Gamas to get on the hill. 9 ball still tied up, but it is available in the top right. Could actually move it here. I think he should. Yeah, he's looking at the angle to move it. Opened up the rack a little bit.
Three balls.
Draw over here. Yeah, pretty comfortable. Got this one.
And Edwin Gamas comes away with that big, big game. That was the longest game of the set.
Yeah, and guarantees himself a spot in the shootout. Best Fedora can do is get into the shootout. So free rolling game for Edwin here. Gonna be feeling the pressure. He's had shown signs of cracking a little bit under pressure. But got through that rack after the ball in hand.
Federer hoping for a dry break. Edwin hoping for a run out.
Yeah, I went back to the square break that time, try to make something happen. But look at this, no shot for Fedora.
Yeah.
He does have the jump.
Oh, he will take the jump.
Yeah.
Can he get? Let me look at that again. Where's the? Yeah, he'll take the jump with the 2 ball there.
Nicely played. Didn't quite hold for comfortable angle on the 2. He can make it, but any kind of hold on the cue ball is going to be very tough here. Looking up table for safe, I think. He has called it. Just wondering how he's going to slow the cue ball down here. Maybe 3 rails back for the 3 in the same pocket.
3 in the side.
Oh, banking.
Oh, but he missed the 2. He caught the 3 coming by it.
That ball was makeable directly. I understand why he didn't shoot it. It was too much angle.
Well, he won the bank derbies. What was it? 2 out of 3 years. No, he won it 2 years in a row.
Yeah, phenomenal all-around player. Under the threat of elimination here, though. Showing a bit of emotion. I don't blame him at this point, but really has to understand he's only one game away from getting back in the match. Might have caught another window, George. If anything, the 6 has him. Yeah, he still has his playing cue in hand. Wow, just catching so many unfortunate spots.
Actually, Eric, he did win it 3 years in a row.
Wow. Those are 400-player tournaments, too. No luck in that. Gorst has a look here. He's worried about the position. Would be safe if he elevated, but very tough to elevate on a shot like this, especially under pressure. Even though he's one of the best at it, don't worry, he'll be aware that he's under threat of elimination here. That could work.
Oh, wow.
Doesn't look like he's preparing for offense here. No, some kind of safe.
Yeah, he's afraid of the side pocket. Because he wants to bring it back. He's going to bank it down and try to get behind the 6.
Overstunned it.
Oh.
And there's going to be a chance for Gamas here. Well, what a match we've had, but it's come down to this point. Balls are really all there. Just needs to get this one down.
Oh boy.
There.
But
Watch
look
out
at
for the
this.
5, and what a roll he's had here. Can see Gamas feeling the pressure.
He's going to have to spin 2 rails. Nice hit.
He's caught half the ball. Yeah, it's still a tough one for Edwin here. He's going to have to run the cue ball into the 9. He's got this one. Doesn't want to be over top of the 5. Still very makeable on the 4, but not going to be able to get perfect on the 5 here. Shot.
Well, these guys have played 18 games and they're 1 game apart.
Unexpected early exit for Gorst here on the table. Going to be a little cue ball movement from 9 to 10. Very comfortable pocketing on the 9. How's the speed?
Row.
Perfect.
Perfect. Perfect. Wow, what a match we just witnessed. Edwin Gamas from the Philippines takes Fedor Gorst right out of the tournament, and Fedor 2-out in this tournament, in this World 10 Ball. Two players that defeated him played, and well, this one got a couple of rolls